The African National Congress takes seriously the recent allegations made by KZN Police Commissioner, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. These allegations touch on the very integrity of the criminal justice system and the constitutional obligation of the state to protect all South Africans. We call upon President Cyril Ramaphosa to act with the seriousness and urgency this matter demands. The ANC reaffirms its commitment to accountability, non-interference in law enforcement, and the full protection of whistleblowers, investigators, and officers of the law. We must all work to ensure that the rule of law stands above any undue interference, intimidation, or abuse of power as the African National Congress. We support fully the statement of the President that this matter is receiving attention, and the President will fully attend to this particular matter, as it borders on lawlessness, projecting us as a banana republic. But at the same time, it is important that all those matters that have been raised are attended to, and we bring stability in terms of law enforcement in our country as we pursue efforts in the fight against crime in our country to address these issues decisively. As the ANC, we have noted and addressed the matters that arose that affect the Department of Higher Education. With regard, in particular, the matter of the sitters. The legal framework and ministerial discretion with regard to the Skills and Development Act of 97 of 1998 empowers the Minister of Higher Education and Training, in consultation with the National Skills Authority, to appoint members of the accounting authorities of sector education and authorities sitters, including chairpersons, Section 11. Importantly, nowhere in the Act or accompanying regulation does it require the establishment of an independent panel to advise or execute such appointments. The Minister is fully empowered to perform these functions independently. In an act of enhanced governance, in a sincere attempt to promote transparency and broad consultation, the Minister chose to constitute a voluntary unpaid advisory panel staffed by civil servants and an outside chairperson. This was done in good faith to ensure that merit-based and impartial guidance informed the decisions in the national interest. This extra governance measure, though commendable in principle, has unfortunately been weaponized by some political actors. The Minister approached a respectable advocate, Terry Mutau, senior counsel, to chair the voluntary advisory panel. However, his appointment was never formally concluded due to procedural delays, including the lack of formal engagement through the department's legal services. Despite this, his name was mistakenly included in a list shared with Parliament during a period of heightened legislative activity. Crucially, when appearing before Parliament, the Minister clearly stated that Advocate Mutau had not attended any of the panel's meetings. This is a decisive piece of information which directly rebuts any allegation of deceit or misrepresentation. Had the minister intended to fabricate or exaggerate Advocate Mutau's role, she would not have made this transparent and clarifying statement. This detail proves that there was no intent to mislead Parliament, and certainly no malice. Upon becoming aware of the error, the minister promptly apologized to Parliament and issued a formal written apology to Advocate Mutau, personally and in public, acknowledging the mistake and correcting the record. We reject in the strongest terms the Democratic Alliance's opportunistic laying of criminal charges against the minister. The DA's conduct is not grounded in legal principle, but in performative politics. While gang violence and systemic inequality devastate communities in the Western Cape, the DA will rather misdirect police resources toward a political vendetta. In order to preserve the integrity of the process in terms of the sitters, the minister has undertaken to withdraw the entire list of proposed sitter board chairpersons, regardless of merit, in order to preserve the integrity of the process and rebuild confidence in the skills development sector. The minister has decided to restart the process afresh in full compliance with legal provisions and without the influence of the prior panel. Invite broader sectoral participation, including business, labor, and student organizations in the spirit of cooperative governance, a process we fully support as the African National Congress.